Good morning. Got the Bauer 20 volt Hypermax Lithium 19113C-B. It says it'll use both, but use a 3-hour amp-hour battery for greater performance. Heavy duty guaranteed. I don't know what heavy duty guaranteed means. How can you guarantee it's heavy duty? 338 cubic feet per minute max airflow, 96 mile per hour max air speed, powerful and lightweight design. When I saw this in the store, it was a big tool. But then it was in this box. I'm like, wonder how they managed that. So let's find out. Okay, so they did package it up. Here is the exhaust. That's only half of the exhaust. There's the top of the exhaust. That's a visual imperfection, not a physical imperfection. Just had a little discoloration in it. PP polypropylene. So it's keyed. There is a single tab here and a very wide tab with 2 holes here. So line those up. I have a feeling once you put that on there, it's on there. It's actually deforming the lip here to get it on, but I really think that once you get it on there, it's on there. I don't know why you would want to take it off, but be aware that it's on there. Okay, I got it on, and it actually deformed the plastic and left a permanent deformation in that. But I don't think that's going to come off very easily at all. So there's the exhaust manual with exploded view diagram. If you ever have to work on it, that will come in very handy. And the power for this is this little tiny fan right there. I'm always amazed at how small a fan they need for these. Here's the main body. So a lot of volume here, which is good. Okay, and we want to really reiterate the point that for maximum performance, use 3 amp hour battery or greater. I'm not sure they had a greater. I don't see it in any of their catalogs, but that's the first thing I want to get rid of. So there's the exhaust, and that fan is probably that big around. So there's the exhaust. This tube is going to fit over it. I won't put it on yet. We have a power button, 0, 2, 0, 1, 2. That's our options, 0, 1, and 2. I have a feeling that they put this warning on here because it says heavy duty guaranteed. If you use the 1.5 amp hour battery, you're not going to get as long a life, and they're going to think that you're going to think the heavy duty guaranteed isn't true. So they're cautioning you to buy that. They probably also want you to buy it because they make money. Since I bought into the 20 volt Bauer line, and I plan on buying most, if not all, of the tools, I went ahead and bought the 3 amp hour battery, figuring that something like this, which I'm using outside for longer periods of time, would need the 3 amp hour. I didn't buy this to blow leaves. I don't need to blow leaves. I have a leaf vacuum that I use. That's very nice. It's not cordless though. I bought this because when I mow the lawn, I have to mow the driveway to get rid of all the grass on the driveway because I don't want to get out the power cord for the blower. I bought this so that I could blow the grass off the driveway easier. So this is where the battery mounts. Now it overbalances a little, but let's put this on and see if that changes it. It has a clip right here that holds it. So I'll press it on. And it only has a clip on one side, so I've got to hold that and pull this off. pretty awkward, but if I hold this down and I grab the end of the blower and twist, that comes off okay. For storage, it might be convenient to take that off. How loud is it? Not that bad. That was on high, and it was a light box. So I'll get some video of actually using this after I mow the lawn, see how it blows away the grass clippings. I'll demonstrate it later in the fall blowing leaves, although I do like to vacuum the leaves. It works out so much better. The vacuum shreds the leaves. I put those in the garden and mix them up to fertilize the garden. So actually this is kind of nice. Without this on, it kind of balances backwards. With that on, believe it or not, it balances forward, which is what you want, because 99% of the time you're going to be blowing at the ground. Let's see how it suction it creates on this side. That's a pretty powerful blower. Okay, so they make the point in the manual that this helps prevent contact with internal parts. So do not operate this without the blower tube installed. And I find that kind of odd. They usually have a safety switch on something like this to prevent injury. So if you take this end off, it'll stop the blower. But in this case, it will run without this on. But I think you have to really try to get something down in there to hurt yourself with. Now, same thing here. I think you'd have to really try to get something in there, but you could take something off and get in there and hurt yourself maybe. I try to be careful buying bigger tools because my shop isn't that big, and now I've got to store it. Now in the summer, I'll use this every 5 days because I mow the lawn every 5 days and I need to blow the leaves off every 5 days. But during the winter, I don't see myself using this hardly at all unless we get a very light, cold snow that blows easily. Then I could use this to clear the driveway. Don't do that very often. So I've got to store this year round to use it once every 5 days, about 5 months a year. That's why I try to be careful about buying bigger tools. You only have so much storage space. Okay, so if you bought into the Bauer line, this is what you expect from their blower. It's actually a nice, convenient design. I'll get some video of blowing the leaves this afternoon, add into this. But I'm liking it. I like the cordless. I've never really bought into cordless anything other than a driver. This is my first big step into cordless tools besides drivers. Okay, so I want to do a summary of the Bauer blower. I used it with the 3 amp hour, and I use it as a blower to blow the grass off of the road after I mow. I got the neighbor's driveway and road and my road and driveway twice before it went dead. When you saw the video using it with the hedge trimmers, I ran it completely dead. And it has a very strange behavior is when it goes dead, you can turn it off and turn it back on and run it for another 30 seconds, 45 seconds. And that progressively gets shorter, but it's either getting thermal overload or it's dead or the battery recovery is that good. So I've got it fully charged now, but I was kind of disappointed I only got twice. Of course, that was a week apart. There's What I should have done is put it on the charger in between. So I really think that since I have two chargers, two 1.5 amp hour batteries and one 3 amp hour battery, that now if I keep them on charge when I'm not using them, I'm really not going to have a problem. And earlier in the video, I was concerned about this coming off, and the only way I could get it off was to wiggle it. Well, I got to tell you, after using it for a while, it comes off with no problems whatsoever. And if you drop this, that'll come off. Not that I intend to drop it, but it does happen. And the air intake here is a design flaw. You'll see in the video that it kept sucking in my shirt tails. Of course, maybe that was my fault too, but the corded one I have has the air intake under it. And I think they did it this way to make it more compact, maybe. But it has plenty of power. I can walk down a 2-car driveway and go side to side and clear the whole driveway. So that, to me, that's a big time saver. I'm going to recommend this. I myself am very happy with it. It does exactly what I need to do. I've got to learn to manage my use of this tool to get the most use out of it. And that includes charging the batteries once a week in between blowing off the driveways. I would have done that normally, but I wanted to see how long it would go before it went dead. You've already seen on the use video that it does a great job. Okay, so if you like the videos, please subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.